If Haskins and Murray are available, who are you taking for Big Blue? Because we need a good
They're
year.
both great selections. I like Haskins. Dwayne Haskins, look, I know his completion percentage isn't quite as high, but they threw it all the time and down the field. And this guy is accurate down the field consistently on a passing attack kind of offense. And as I understand, Big 12 concepts are all over the league. He's athletic, but in the Roethlisberger mold, right? Athletic enough, but still really in the pocket, eyes down the field. Big, strong quarterback with a big, accurate arm. Haskins is the prototypical NFL quarterback prospect you want to draft. Nothing against Kyler Murray. I like Haskins.
To me, standing next to Kyler Murray last week, Friday, when he came to Atlanta, you know, they had him listed at 5'8". He's not 5'8". He said that he's not 5'8". He's not 5'8". He's taller than that. He's 5'10". Looks closer to 5'11" or what have you. You know, looks about Russell Wilson's height, although obviously I do not know for certain. I will say this. Kyler Murray is electrifying. Haskins is no joke as well. I know that he's bigger. He can make all the requisite throws on the NFL level. He played for a big-time program at Ohio State. I just find him to be more of a runner than a thrower. I could be wrong about that, but that's what I find. I look at Kyler Murray, his ability to fling that football the way that he does, combined with his cat quickness, all right? That relatively miniature size where it's difficult to find him and bring him down. I think that he could be a more formidable threat, and I would have to say I would strongly consider taking him above Haskins.
I'll tell you this, in a vacuum, if there's no external factors, I'm taking Dwayne Haskins because he has lower risks associated with him than Kyler Murray. Height, obviously, is a more traditionally less risky height than Kyler Murray's. Kyler Murray's baseball career presents a risk to NFL teams that want to take a gamble on it.
That's fair.
But things do not exist in a vacuum. So my questions, and I'm not trying to wiggle, and I'm not trying to do this thing. This is what I would say. It depends on who you are. It depends on who they are. Let me explain. If you have an offense and a coach that can be tailored to Kyler Murray, I'm taking him. If you're Cliff Kingsbury and the Arizona Cardinals, I'm taking him over Dwayne Haskins, even if you have Josh Rosen. If you have the ability to organize and design your offense to Kyler Murray's skills, I want Kyler Murray. And the other thing is, who are they? And this is the part none of the three of us can really know. Stephen A., you've met Kyler, but I know this now. I want to know the guy. I want the guy who lives in the film room. I want the guy who's emotionally and intellectually resilient. I want the guy who can take hard coaching. I want personality traits as much. If everything else is equal, I want that guy I know can take a beating and get back up. And I'm not sure which guy it is yet. I don't know
that's the legwork the teams really have to do. There are certain similarities with last year's draft where it was like Sam Darnold was the guy that checked the most boxes, but in the end there was something about Baker Mayfield that was sensational. And Baker, Will and I, you and I were on the same page. Baker should be the #1 pick. And by the way, I think he's proven that, though Darnold looks like he has a promising future. There's certain similarities here, but Kyler Murray's even smaller than Baker Mayfield. And I think that there's a little more actually to like about Haskins than Sam Darnold, especially, by the way, if you're the New York Football Giants. He grew up a Giants fan. He has tweeted not that long ago.
Jersey.
Right, he's from the area, and that he'd like to play for the Giants. So if you're the Giants and you're selecting there, I think Haskins is the way to go.
That definitely resonates with me. From the area and wants to play for the Giants, I definitely would strongly consider that. But I'm not going to sit up there and question whether or not Kyler Murray would be committed to the film room. The fact is, he got to make a choice between baseball and football. We're surmising that he's going to choose football, and I think once he's in, he's all in. At least that's what he told me.
By the way,
and if you draft Kyler Murray,
I'm not saying Kyler's like that. I don't know who is and isn't.
Right.
You know,
you got to find out.
Half the guys that are drafted aren't that guy.
Yeah.
But Will, if you draft Kyler Murray, I don't care who your coaches or what they think their offensive philosophy is. Any team that drafts him has to then make an offense around him. He's one of those kind of talents. Haskins is maybe more, you can fit him into more different systems. But if you draft Kyler Murray, any team that does that will have to, and it'll be a good thing. Like, Kyler Murray be a dynamic offensive player, but it can't just be, let's fit him into this system. You got to fit the system around him.
I hear you. What you're saying is Haskins is the more generically sure thing, the more generically good quarterback, and I get that. But I think if you're a coach in the NFL in 2019 and you're not tailoring your offense to whoever your talent is, you're a moron. You're not learning the lessons of success. You're not looking at Bill Belichick and others to say, let me see. What are the strengths of the player I have? And if you're a coach who's already set up for that particular talent, again, like Kingsbury, the Cardinals, and Murray, you got to think, hand glove, man, this could work just right.
Yeah, you know what I'm hearing now? Haskins to Barkley, Haskins to Odell.
Oh.